Welcome back to Real Time with Lamar. Real Sports with
Winning time.
Colin and
Winning
Matt.
time. That's why you said it. Winning time is why you said it.
Winning time. Always on my mind. It is Real Sports. It is a Tuesday night here. Colin and Matt breaking down everything you need to know in the world of sports. Today is going to be a majorly NBA-focused episode. I don't know if you've heard, but the playoffs are going on and shit has happened since the last time we talked. Hearts have been broken. Fates have been sealed, and things are currently going on. But first, I would like to ask, Matt, how does it feel to be the man or the fan of a team that knows what they're doing at cornerback? Denzel Ward.
That was great. I mean, granted, that means we have him and Greg Newsome, the second, who was killer last year, for the next 4 years together at least, and Nick Chubb for the next 3, and Deshaun Watson from a football aspect for the next 5, Myles Garrett for the next 5. Like, you can't be mad at what they're doing as a fan because they're just proving the salary cap doesn't exist.
No, but Matt, I got to put you guys on blast.
Why is
I got to
that?
put you on blast. My man Baker Mayfield is still under contract.
Yeah.
His birthday was April the 14th. Yep. 5 days ago. 0 social media posts for Baker's birthday. 0. The Braves would post a minor leaguer's birthday. The Ravens would post a practice teamer's birthday. Happy birthday from the flock. Meanwhile, the dog pound is out here. Ain't thanking no one. Especially not Baker Mayfield. Where's he going?
I mean, right now, if I'm going to say anywhere, it's probably down to Carolina and Seattle, even though Bob McAdoofus today.
Great video.
It was. It's like Sam Darnold's our starting quarterback. 1 minute and 37 seconds later.
I shouldn't have said
that. That was fucking perfect.
I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
Because I watched the Pat McAfee show today, and they talked about it. He put it perfectly. It's like the NFL is ever changing. So how is this guy? How is the PR person handling things in this moment? They're like flagging him down and like being like, he's not the starter. I was like, man. But yeah, I'm glad we got Cleveland born, Cleveland bred, Ohio bred cornerback cornerback Denzel Ward, because he actually he grew up about 15 minutes down the way from me. I have friends who played against him in high school, so like they're always yeah, Denzel Ward got a pick on me. I'm like, you're proud of that,
right? But it's just something to tell the grandkids.
Yeah,
something to tell the grandkids. But I mean, the NFL seemed to be picking up. Marlon Humphrey had an interesting quote today on a podcast where he said that Lamar Jackson is one of the most interesting characters he's ever talked to in his life. Of course, Lamar Jackson, big speculation. Will he have a deal going into the year? As of right now, it's looking no. But to back up the insecurities of Ravens fans in order to maybe appease those feelings of negativity that they might have in terms of, insecurities of at the quarterback position in terms of Lamar's contract, Marlon Humphrey said this. You talk to this guy. Money's no issue. Every time Marlon talks to Lamar, you know what comes up? Super Bowl.
Yep, I figured.
Every single time. It doesn't matter. Money is not an issue to this guy. He has never met another person wired like this. He says, yes. Would any other person be up and willing to talk about this kind of stuff? Yes. Lamar Jackson? No. This is just some strange waters we're in. ESPN is trying to milk this for all they can. They don't know why the reason is. Lamar Jackson does not care what he makes this year. He will figure it out next year. And I damn well to believe that this man believes so much in himself and his ability to succeed. Why not believe in myself?
Well, here's the other thing for you guys. The franchise tag is working in your favor here because you can franchise tag him twice.
And it's fine. insane. It's way
Exactly.
less than $40 million.
Right.
What's it, like 32 and a half?
Something like that. And it's just like
Yeah.
he'll still be a top paid quarterback. You get 2 years of that, and then
And he's still going to make more than what he would have made on the current contract.
exactly. But if it gives you another 2 years to decide or to see if he keeps growing as a quarterback, because that's always been the big concern of him. Will he keep his continuation of growth as a quarterback? I think personally, y'all need a new offensive coordinator to see that happen. But I mean, it makes
I got to get to the Super Bowl before I really criticize Greg Roman.
That's fair. But from a standpoint of that, it makes sense. It's like, hey, he gets to see how you guys are going to build around him. He gets paid. You guys get to see if you do for sure want to build around him. It's a win-win for everybody. Just go the franchise tag.
You're going to see a big thing in the draft. That's definitely something I want to talk about if we're able to do a show on Tuesday before the draft on Thursday. How are the Ravens going to handle their plethora of third to fifth round picks, in which they have 7?
Trade up.
Right. So the two names that come to mind for me, Kayvon Thibodeau and Derek Stingley. Sauce Gardner is a bit out of reach, but I'm looking in that 7 to 13 range of being able to move up. Maybe give up obviously you're going to give up your first. So we'll move up from there.
You might have to give up this year's second or next year's.
No, but what I'm saying is the plethora of third, fourth, and fifth.
Oh, you're saying give up multiple.
Yeah. You got
thirds.
7 picks in there. You could take 2 of those day 2 picks, a third and a fourth and a first, move up 6 spots, grab a guy you wouldn't have had. And that's what this Ravens team has not done in the past. The last
new management.
The last great Ravens first round move was moving out of the first round and then moving back in at 32 to pick Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
I mean, that's what the Ravens do. They move around, they make people think. And then, I mean, honestly, I've seen round 1 mocks in which the Ravens get in at like 29 and 32. Trading back, and they're able to get dudes that I've seen projected at our pick. It's a weird year.
Yeah, usually there's a consensus at around this time. We're a week before the draft. Basically, we normally have some form of consensus about who's going,
especially where. From the local people.
Exactly, but nobody knows. Nobody knows.
No one knows. It's all dictated on 4 teams who do not have quarterbacks. And their willingness to move up. Their
willingness to take a quarterback in general.
Exactly. Their names are the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Seattle Seahawks, the Detroit Lions, and
Panthers.
Maybe the Panthers. Right.
Panthers,
like maybe the Falcons. Panthers or the Falcons. I put them in like the same finger. Like maybe they'll both think about it.
Yeah.
But like definitely those first 3 are for sure contenders that could shake up the draft because the Lions could move out. Malik Willis could be the number 2 pick in this draft. Not because he wants to be or that he should be, but because it's the NFL.
Yeah. I have a question for you, though. Do you think the Giants could shock the world and end up taking a quarterback?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
I was just curious.
I think that the Giants can do enough of their own research from what I've seen that the quarterback that they have taken since Eli Manning was Daniel Jones. And I think Daniel Jones has enough left in the tank to last them to a superstar. Right now, there is not a superstar.
So you're saying till next year?
Or the year after. I don't care. There's quarterbacks for the next 3 years coming out. Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Spencer Rattler is not coming out after this season.
No.
He's not coming in with C.J. Stroud. He's not coming in with Bryce Young. No way in hell he's going to play third fiddle. So Spencer Rattler is going to play 2 years at the University of South Carolina and then come out in the draft. So you're going to have another year of dudes who are going to have some respect on their name. You could have a guy who goes to 2 straight SEC championship games with Spencer Rattler, actually comes out, has a great season, has arguably the most prestigious quarterback in terms of high school to college scouting guys was Spencer Rattler in terms of hype to be able to play in the SEC. I would argue since Cam Newton and Tua.
Yeah.
Just in terms of their early hype. Joe Burrow had late hype because of his Ohio State pedigree, then moves to LSU. Tua built it up himself. But for Spencer to be able to carry this over from Oklahoma to the SEC, it's just going to be something different that you're going to see in 2 years from now, I believe, because I don't think he wants to come out and play third fiddle to Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. That does not seem like the game that guy wants to play.
I agree with you there. I will say this before we move on to NBA. Three things, I guess, or two things we got to talk about, but three separate players. Kyler Murray and AJ Brown both scrubbed their social medias of their respective teams.
Yeah, and also Deebo Samuel.
That's the other one I was about to. Yeah. Deebo Samuel. I didn't know if he scrubbed his media of it, but I knew he's not. So he's not showing up.
Let's push Kyler to the side a little bit because that's a deeper conversation.
Yeah,
the wide receivers, from what I've seen,
they want paid.
They're pissed that they're not getting paid because of one man. The 4-year, $72 million deal of Christian Kirk to the Jacksonville Jaguars seemed to have set a precedent that I don't think many receivers saw coming, and their agent sure as fuck didn't see coming. And the Jags definitely busted out like the Madden checkbook.
Yes, they did.
Like, oh, yeah, I got cap room. I'll pay this guy and just up it up so you get the guy that you want, not the guy you think you can get. And now the Jags are going to be in a position where they're thinking like, did we fuck up?
Yeah, they did.
Could we have gone and gotten Harry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, or AJ Brown for like
possibly even DK Metcalf?
Or DK to me.
DK wants to stay, but the front office is exploring.
He also wants to stay, but he has less room because of how much room is left on his contract as opposed to AJ and Deebo.
I think he only has one more year after this.
He has one more year, but there's 12 months till I can really hear what DK has to say before his voice actually matters, and it's more of what he says as opposed to more of what the team wants to do, which is more of what the situation he's in and their lack of willingness to move him at all.
Yeah.
So when it comes to those guys that we were talking about,
they're about to be paid right now, and
the Titans are fucked. Like Julio Jones, they way overpaid. They way overpaid Ryan Tannehill, and now AJ Brown's like, well, what about me?
And they overpaid their running back.
Sure, 100%. Don't pay your running back that much. Absolutely. Hey,
that's why I was so happy when
J.K. Dobbins blowing up his practice partner this week.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, he ran through a block. He just did a nice little left shift cut right, and when he cuts right, he runs through this sorry ass white boy holding just like the tackle dummy, and he just blows him off his feet and knocks him on his ass and runs for 35 yards. I was like, all right, we're back. We're fucking back. I miss football. I need to see people hit each other. And you know what I don't need? The USFL.
I actually enjoyed what I saw.
Well, I'm sorry. The Generals ran 36 rushing plays in a row, and I turned the television off.
I was about to say outside of the quarterback play.
Oh,
the quarterback play was horrible. But
quick shout out before we leave the football world. Shout out to T.O. for scoring a touchdown in the fan control football.
Yep.
Good for him. Matt, can you take 25 seconds and explain what fan control football league is? Because I don't know.
I barely know about it. I just know it's something where fans can call in and call the plays.
Right. I understand that you can call in, but like, how does one call a play fast enough? So the only thing that I could compare it to were like the guys on Twitch that play Pokemon, and they put like a poll in their chat of do I move up, left, right, or down? And everybody bets which one. And then whatever wins, that's what direction they move. Football. What am I calling? Spider 2 wide banana?
I'm looking this up because it's just like that is actually a great question. I haven't really paid attention to FCF like that to be like
FCFL.
FCFL, excuse me.
Full acronyms here, sir. I'm not getting sued.
Sorry, on their jersey, it just says FCF. That's why I said
okay.
that. But I'm curious. I'm curious how it works. Like that's the most interesting part of it to me. And their
What
website
you
advanced
do
it.
off the field impacts your team on the field. Each week, you and your fellow fans will have a chance to earn team powers for your squad. Fifth down, power play, flip the field. They could all change the course of the game.
No kickoffs, no punts, and no goalposts. Uh, it's 7v7, 50-yard line, 1 hour games. Oh my god!
Yeah,
This
all
is.
right. It's just stupidity.
I
Folks,
mean, they had Johnny Manziel last year, so what can you say?
and they still fucked it up. Best video game player of all time, and you fucked it up. Come on, guys. Okay, Matt, it's the most wonderful time of the year. No, it's not Christmas. It's the NBA playoffs. And this has already been a week to remember. We are already a play-in tournament in and one set of first-round games in. I hate to say it, sir. The injury bug caught you at the wrong time. The
Yeah,
Cleveland
it did.
Cavaliers, the injury bug bit you. But I want to take this moment right here on these airwaves right now. And I am so fucking proud of what this Cleveland Cavaliers team was able to accomplish this year. Projected 27 and a half wins, and they got what? 54.
44.
Fucking doubled that
44.
number. 44. Almost doubled that bitch. Almost doubled it. Just
If your all-star center doesn't go out in the last 27 games, it's a totally different year.
It's a totally different season. You do hit that 54 win mark, in my opinion,
Yep.
and you're contending for the 5th or 4th seed in the East, and it's a completely different story. But c'est la vie. You're out. Deal with it. You'll be back next year. You got great stuff coming, and it's going to be fantastic.
Here's my thing. They gave a good game. You look at the game against not the game against the Nets. They fucking sucked the game against the Nets in the first quarter, and then of course they outscored the Nets in every other quarter. Just couldn't get over that 20-point hump they set up for themselves.
Kyrie's 12 assists in that game helped no one.
Kyrie starting off 13 for 13 shooting didn't help either.
Yeah, also, and then running into the buzzsaw that was Trae Young on Thursday night, for which he had
Trae Young in the second half.
The second half of Trae Young was absolutely impeccable. One of the monumental playoff performances we've seen of this generation.
Yeah.
Truly incredible stuff.
And it didn't help that Darius Garland went cold in the second half.
He went super cold, but also we got to shout out Double K, Lauri Markkanen, coming in hot and really being that glue guy that Cleveland did not see coming in the playoffs. If you had to bet on the 5 guys that you would have listed as who was going to come in clutch, Lauri might have been 6.5. He might have been, he maybe might have snuck into somebody's 5th spot. But to come in and drop 26 points in a playoff deciding game really solidified his position on this team as not the Twin Towers, the Triple Towers. I'm calling it now. Allen, Mobley, and Markkanen.
Yes.
Mam City. MAM. Let's
Tower City, because we have a building named Tower City. That's what they're referred to here in Cleveland. Tower City.
Sure. I'll take it. I'm not even a fan, and I already understand. I just got the wrong names. Like, these guys are understanding that Lauri Markkanen is actually a legitimate NBA player. He can come in. Kevin Love is like, holy shit, it's 3 dudes that all do all the 3 things that I do, but somehow
in a different way and better.
In a different way and better. I'm real confused. Every time Kevin Love stepped on the court, he was like, this is not my game. I just mean, like, guys, it's like he showed up to a restaurant that he didn't like the food at, but he had to eat anyways, and that was him all season.
So Lauri is just a younger, more athletic version that's slightly taller than Kevin. Evan has the offensive game of Kevin, but is way better defensively. And Jarrett Allen has the bullying presence that Kevin has had in the paint in the past with the rebounding ability that Kevin has. So, but yeah, I'm happy as a Cavs fan. I know Toby's not happy. He lost that first round pick.
Yeah, that was a tough get for Pacers fans.
Hey, they get next year's.
Arguably better. Way better.
Better draft position wise, probably not.
Better draft, yes. So I think it's going to be a little bit deeper, but we'll see what happens. So
Um,
let's catch everybody up with what else has been going on. We'll start with the games that are currently going on right now and the games that are happening tonight. We'll catch up with those series. Right now, Miami leads the Hawks 53-52 with 44 seconds left in the
nice.
second quarter. Miami leads that series 1-0. That has
Yeah.
been a
And they kicked the living shit out of the Hawks the other night.
Oh, the first game. So the fact that this is a 1-point game going into the second half means that I am going to talk very fast in hopes of being able to watch the fourth quarter of that game. So the rest of the games tonight, Pelicans and Suns. Suns are going to roll over the Pelicans. Look, it's fucking cute, but unless you get Zion out there with Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum, there is just not that third depth of offense that really, I think, scares the Suns. I don't think the Suns see.
Not only that, they wouldn't have the chemistry right away because I don't think Zion's practiced in 5
That's
on
what I
5
mean.
yet.
Chemistry aside, you can't create that. But if they had played all season, it would have been a bit more of a challenge for the Suns to tackle that third dimension of the offense that Zion brings. I am excited to see Jackson Hayes in the off minutes tonight to see what he can do because he was very impressive to me in game one in those minutes that they gave him. But the game of the night tonight, 8:30, about to happen right now on NBA TV. Timberwolves and Grizzlies. This is the series of the first round, folks. You thought it was Nuggets Warriors. You thought wrong. That's a wash. Get the soft-ass Joker out of here. That's Jared Leto's Joker. I need Jack Nicholson's Joker to win that series. We got a soft-ass mofo out here in Denver. Minnesota came to fucking play.
Yes, they did.
Anthony Edwards woke up. D'Angelo Russell has waited for this moment his entire life. This has been the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And Karl Anthony Towns fully believes he can eat Jaren Jackson Jr.'s Captain Crunch breakfast cereal every single time he takes it to him. There is nothing. He says, hey, Triple J, I'm the captain now. And he takes it over the top every time. Like, it's absolutely disgusting the way the way Karl Anthony Towns is so confident from like a step within the free throw line to just be able to take it to the rim has been insane in just the 60 minutes of basketball we've seen from them so far. But Ja Morant is the differential maker in this series. If he decides it's going to be a series, it's going to be a series, and it's up to him. Anthony Edwards can stop that, though. The Ant-Man will decide. Is this Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp? He wants it to be Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Or will it be Quantumania and everybody gets to play? I don't know.
No, I actually can't wait to. I was unavailable the other night to watch the first game, and I saw the tweets. I'm like, what's going on?
Oh my god, everything was going on. People, like, bodies were dropping, like children were being had on the sidelines, like just from pure shock. Like, it was just incredible. Anthony Edwards, it was truly like it was amazing. It was just pure euphoria from both sides. Like, both teams are truly just happy to be here. Yeah. You think the Grizzlies thought they were going to be the 2 seed? Fuck no. They're just as happy playing in this game as if they were the 7 seed.
Yep.
But I think that's part of the problem of why I don't think they're going to do well in this series. I think the Timberwolves are going to win in 6.
I think that, but considering how hot the T-Wolves were towards the end of the season, isn't going to play any favors for the Grizzlies for that reason alone. Because
also Ja Morant missing a LeBron James amount of games is not playing to the chemistry, even though the Grizzlies without Ja Morant were one of the statistically top 5 teams in the league in terms of on-court percentage of plethora of stats. But when you have to put a guy back in the fold, you got to put him back in. So you still got to learn. And to play against a team that is finding their groove, that has found their groove in the last 3 weeks, as opposed to a team that needs to find it, playoffs aren't the best time to find it.
Right. Let's see. Let's talk about the other series that aren't playing tonight.
Okay. All right. So we're going to talk about a bunch of other stuff, and then we're going to talk about the Warriors, okay? Because shit's going down, all right? like, it's getting real. Let's talk about the Sixers series for a second. Raptors, thanks for coming out.
If Scotty Barnes didn't get hurt,
if Scotty Barnes didn't fall to the ground and get like a patella tendon or whatever in his foot or some shit, sorry, bro. Joel Embiid is going to eat their lunch unless they can call Marc Gasol out for like the next 2 games. Is it too late? Can somebody pick up the phone and call Marc Gasol? Because it might be the only chance the Raptors have, because this is not it. It sucks. It's going to be a 4-0. It's going to be – I picked the Raptors in 6 with a healthy Scotty Barnes, and now it's Sixers in 5.
Yeah, maybe. Unless James Harden does his typical choke job. That's the only thing that'll –
It doesn't matter. No. Matt.
I'm kidding.
Did you not see Danny Green dunking on biddies last night?
Daniel Green is mad. He's mad that he got he signed away in free agency. I can't even say
he signed in free agency. Dude is dunking on guys in the playoffs. Like, this is like a different level of Sixers mentality. James Harden could go out on the court, eat an In-N-Out monster style burger or animal style, whatever the fuck it's called, and still drop 15 points and 8 rebounds and be fine. He could shoot 6 of 18 and totally be fine. It'd be completely, totally. You know what's not fine? The Jazz and Mavericks series, because the Jazz are scared.
The Jazz.
Shout out to Jalen Brunson last night going 41, 8-5. 41, 8-5. Maxi
no Luka, no problem.
Maxi Kleber went 8 of 11 from the 3-point line. Jesus. What the fuck are we talking about here? This Mavericks team without Luka Doncic is showing up. They want their boy back, and when their boy comes back, the Jazz are in trouble. Mavericks in 7.
Fair.
I want to watch that series. That's a series I want to watch. But you know what I got a problem with, Matt?
What?
Donovan Mitchell haters.
I have a feeling
the same Donovan Mitchell haters are the ones who propped him up 2.5 seasons ago for doing the same shit. And now the shots aren't dropping, and they got a fucking problem with it. Well, guess what? Sometimes the shots don't drop.
I have a feeling that Mitchell's going to have to trade soon, because he doesn't like go.
Send that man to Miami.
Send that man to Cleveland. I'll give you Colin Sexton. I'll give you Colin Sexton for him.
And 2 first-round draft picks. You ain't never going to see the first round again.
Hey, what did the
Mobley? Hey, hold on. Mobley, Garland, and
Spider with Allen and Markkanen and Karis LeVert.
In the words of Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
Send that man to Cleveland.
Coming down the lane. Hold up. Hey.
Oh, God.
Pass out the Spider-Man. Hold up.
And Colin's not even a Cavs fan.
No, I'm in. That's a great 2K team. I'm just passing. Just pass. Eventually, somebody's got an open shot.
Garland can just throw an oop to all 4.
Garland's throwing balls up from like the top of the key that are just like catching Spider off the sideline.
What's that Patrick Mahomes meme? Tyreek's got to be down there something. One of them is going to catch it. Let's just toss that up.
Yeah, just toss it up.
No, I want to talk about this Celtics net series, because this is going to be fucking insane.
The first game on Easter Sunday was truly incredible.
Yes.
The turnaround catch layup from Jason Tatum is an all-time Celtics 21st century moment outside of the title shot. And this is just going to be fun. You got a great 7-2 matchup, maybe the best 7-2 matchup.
Especially because it's a 7 seed that could potentially win it all still, which is what makes it interesting, because everyone knows if it weren't for injuries, they wouldn't be that low. If it weren't for injuries in the Harden trade, they would not be as low as they were. They wouldn't be 7. They'd probably be in the top 5. Just like them and the Cavs were the teams in the East that got hit the most, and the Bulls. Those 3 teams got hit the most with
Cougars hit a 2-run home run in the top of the 9th. It's a 6-5 ball game. Let's go, Charleston! Woo!
As Colin cheers for his employer. But no, it's going to be really interesting. I think this has the potential to go 7. And keep in mind, KD played like ass on Easter Sunday. Imagine if Katie wasn't playing like ass.
Well, if anyone watched the latest episode of Winning Time, you will know. In the garden, there's little ghosts that pop
Yes.
up out of the floor and make the ball stick to the ground. And suddenly you trip and you take an extra step and you travel. And there's all this other shit that goes on in the garden you just can't explain. And suddenly you start hearing a little voice laughing in your ear. And
I
it
gotta
seemed like
rewatch that
Kyrie and
episode.
KD heard the little voice laughing in their ear in the last 30 seconds.
I got to rewatch that episode because that was one of the ones with unfinished effects that I saw.
Oh, so you did not see the little Boston Celtic leprechaun hopping around the screen? It was a great effect.
No, I didn't. I guess I
What
gotta
you did
rewatch
see
that.
was the great Larry Bird walking around with the Budweiser
This
can,
man spitting his shot in there.
and then he leans over in front of the mic and goes, "I'm gonna rip you a new fucking asshole." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is on!"
Yeah, I just gotta say, I remember Bo Burnham was supposed to play that role originally.
Oh my god, that would have been fucking amazing. That would have been perfection. Because he so could have pulled off the totally just dejected from life, just only cares about
Yeah.
one thing type of attitude.
Yes.
Oh, but this guy that's playing Larry
He's
Bird
been
is
a great. I think he looks more like him than Bo Burnham would have also.
hey, makeup and mustaches are a very beautiful thing.
Yes, they are. But
And because that kid looks just like him. When Larry Bird looks at the two players on the Lakers and he's like, all right, since you two are fucking jokers, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to double pump left, look back, spin around, turn around, banger. And then he does it right in front of their faces. And you're like, holy shit, Larry Bird is a god. I feel like Kevin Durant is the only dude that kind of could still do shit like that.
I'd say LeBron to a certain degree, not to the
But
3-point
everyone
line.
knows what LeBron's gonna do, not a rookie Larry
Yeah.
Bird.
Fair.
And I don't think LeBron James at 18 had the charisma with his shooting shot and his confidence that Larry Bird did.
Fair. I'll give you that.
That guy's like 23. LeBron was 18.
Yes.
So it's like, whoa, this guy's a little bit different. And it's just this unwillingness of backing down that we didn't experience. There was never been a white guy like that in my life. Closest thing I've ever seen to that in my life was JJ Redick at Duke.
I was about to say JJ Redick.
Yeah, JJ Redick at Duke. Like, that's it. Like, that's the guy that got me into basketball. Okay. I got a Duke tip letter for those of you that are uninformed. Duke tip was like, hey, you got good grades as a kindergartner and a first grader, and you would get a Duke tip letter. So I got a letter from Duke when I was a kid. And I look up and I see that this guy, JJ Redick, is not playing defense and playing basketball. And I was like, holy shit, I can do that. And thus my obsession for basketball was born. And here we are, years later. And now JJ Redick's on First Take. What a fucking wild world.
I just want to say JJ Redick improves First Take immensely when he's on.
Okay. Here we go, folks. You ready? We've been waiting for it. It's about to come. The boys are back. The boys are back.
You have to give the official nickname to Jordan Poole. It's not Pool Party anymore.
Pool Party is dead. Okay? Here's a list of nicknames I've heard over the last few nights that are total fucking bullshit. All right? Number 1, gonna call out Stephen A. Smith. Lethal Weapon 3. Fucking stupid. All right? No one who gives a shit about basketball thinks Lethal Weapon 3 is a great name. I get that the Pacers did it in the late 90s. I fucking get it. All right? I get that it was a thing. Don't steal it from somebody else. I'm not a
like
fan
you did
of
with your playoffs.
Yeah. They never made the playoffs anyways. Much like the Warriors, Stephen A. Smith is out here trying to take an Indiana Pacers thing and apply it to this season like the Warriors stole the gold-blooded hashtag, apparently, from the Pacers last year.
Hat to Toby Barkwell.
Shout out Toby. But another one I've heard that's bad. Fast Five? Really?
That's dumb.
Have you seen Draymond Green run? He's not fast. All right? He's not fast. If you want to call the Fast Five Steph, Clay, Jordan, Andrew, and Otto Porter? Maybe. Maybe. Not the Fast Five. Y'all can stop with that shit. I saw so many bad, Photoshop jobs of the Fast Five Collector's Edition poster with the guys. Bad. All right. Number 2. PTSD. I'm down with that shit. Poole, Thompson, Steph, Dre. That one I'm down with, all right? PTSD is fine. That's cool. But the one, mine, that I'm coming up with, we got the Splash Bros, all right? Many men have earned the moniker of the Flash. Barry Allen, all right? Wally West, all right?
Bart Allen,
even. Let's throw it out there. Jay Garrick, even. We got 4 different guys been the Splash, all right? Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, the Splash Bros. Put any one of them in that list. But Jordan Poole is Kid Splash. Kid Splash has come from the future to help us out. He has come to save us. This man is taking threes from the logo and taking guys inside on a Euro step in offhand layup within 60 seconds of one another. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson ain't never done nothing like that I've seen in my time as a Warriors fan, and I am smitten. Purely smitten. This man is fun. He is exciting. He is a finalist for Most Improved Player of the Year. Jordan Poole, he should be. He was by many of the people that I hold in high regards as the most.
I'm just saying. I have the list of all the finalists pulled up for
Bill Simmons and Ryan Russillo, my 2 guys whose votes that I hold in high regards, voted him as the most improved player of the year. Anyone who didn't went to bed before 10 o'clock every night on the East Coast, I'm looking at you, ESPN. I'm looking at you. The Warriors are back. You're all fucked. End of story. James Wiseman isn't even here.
Yeah.
And this team is fucking people without a center against the guy who's literally the best center in the league. And Gary Payton II, within 75 seconds of basketball last night, made him look like a fucking moron.
And Gary Payton II basically already said he's good as gone, sadly.
The young glove. He's out here locking this man up. He stole the ball from Jokic and blocked him within the span of 45 seconds. It was amazing in the third quarter. And then the controversial moment of the night, Gary Payton, just having fun, smacks Jokic on the ass in a little love tap, like nice play, my guy. And Jokic turns around like he shot his fucking mom. And he was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
As we saw earlier this season, Jokic doesn't play that shit.
He's a soft-ass motherfucker.
Yes,
officially.
he is.
He is a soft-ass hoe. And then he's calling for stuff in the fourth quarter like he fucking deserves it. And Karl Malone would have laughed his ass off the field along with his mustache.
Yes, sir.
Like, that's I didn't want to hear that shit last night, man. Draymond Green was running him up. Draymond Green owned that shit. Draymond Green maybe had like 3 points last night. He might have had 2, and I think they both came from... No. Draymond ended with 8. He had 2 threes late. I think he ended with 8. But going into the third quarter, I think he had like 2 points. Maybe going into the fourth quarter, he had 2 points, and they both came out free throws.
Yeah.
And he was just a defensive nightmare. And the Warriors are like, all right, everybody else beat us. Because Jokic is still ending these games with 24 and 13. It's not like he's not getting his due, but his percentages aren't there. His confidence isn't there. And his teammates aren't there. I get it. You don't have Jamal Murray and MPJ, your other 2 max contract players. I get that. I totally understand, and I'm totally willing to listen to that argument. But you got to play the game that's in front of you, and I'm talking about the game that's in front of us.
Jokic's over here like...
Emotional damage!
Absolutely. Every single fucking time he didn't get a call, he's looking over like he just was fined for emotional irreputability. Like the guy doesn't know what he believes in anymore at this point because all the stuff that was working for him in the regular season doesn't seem to be working in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. And speaking of that soft aspect, let's talk about these award finalists before we head out of here. So,
Shout out Marcus Smart.
yes,
Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart.
the finalists
Taking it
for
from
defensive
Rudy
player,
Gobert.
and Mikal Bridges, who I actually wanted Mikal to win.
I like Mikal Bridges. I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
Go Hornets. But
Uh,
Marcus Smart deserved it. This is kind of like Denzel Washington winning like an Oscar late in his
Yep.
career, shit like that. It's like a career award.
yes,
You know, it's
sir.
like a look back. He deserves it. He gets it. Now he's on the list of dudes. Didn't Gary Payton give him the award?
Yes,
Yeah, that was so dope.
because he was the first guard since Gary to win.
Right, that was so cool.
Coach of the Year. The award, the actual winner leaked out, but the finalists were Taylor Jenkins, Spoelstra, and Monty Williams. Monty Williams ends up taking it. No shocker there. Second year in a row. I feel bad for whoever
The
wins.
Cougars have tied the game. It is a 6-6 game at the top of the ninth. Runners on second and first.
How many outs?
2 outs, and they've gotten all these runs on 2 outs.
Cool.
Woo!
Right.
Tuesday win. Tuesday win.
But I always feel bad for the guy who wins Coach of the Year because unless you're Steve Kerr or Monty Williams, it normally ends up being a kiss of death. So, then you have most.
Oh, the ball splits! Cougars bring more around. He comes through to home. The winning run is at the. Yes! Let's go! It's 8-6. Let's fucking go! The opposing manager is at home plate. He's scuffing. He's mad.
I love Colin.
Man, what a shot from Joseph Mershon.
I love you, Colin.
Splitting the shift. Oh, this is great. Oh, and the ball safe. He's out. He calls it safe. Oh, we got a bit of a call here. I'll bring it over to the folks here. Got a bit of a call going on here at the third baseline. Does the guy get him or not? And it seems like he was indeed out. And the Cougars have tied the game 6-6, but the scoreboard does not know what is correct. It seems like the scorers are going all over the place. College baseball is wild. The scorers are actually just people that work for the college. There's no like official scorers. I think that's one of the greatest things in baseball. That it's like the person who scores the game is just a guy that works for the college. It's not somebody that's like, "Hi, I'm a baseball person, and I'm gonna score your baseball game."
Right.
Like, oh no, that was an E9 scorer's decision.
Yeah.
What? Like, oh yeah, that's just what the guy said.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's official. Yeah. Oh, so there's nothing we can do about that? No. Like, oh. Okay. Great.
All right. Moving on back to these NBA awards. Most improved player, which Colin may not agree with. DeJounte Murray.
The answer is not anyone that's been in the league. No, that's fine. That's the real answer to the question. DeJounte Murray, as long as it's not John Morant. I have a problem if it's John Morant.
John Morant.
No. The answer is DeJounte Murray or Jordan Poole. John Morant cannot be the answer because he also got MVP votes.
And your third and final most improved player finalist, Darius Garland.
No, I'm sticking with my two.
I think he deserves to be a finalist. There's 3 final spots. I agree with you. John Morant should not be there.
So
But Garland and Murray,
they gave a run to College of Charleston. It is 7-6, bottom of the ninth. Cougars can pitch it out.
Nice.
If they win a Tuesday game, I will take a shot live on them.
But no, so Garland, Cavs wouldn't have been as good as they were without his vast improvement. He's improved every year he's been in there. I was someone who was not on the Garland bandwagon until this past year. So overall, I respect the hustle. Moving on to 6th man of the year, finalists were Tyler Harrow, Cam Johnson, and Kevin Love.
I'm sorry, this was what award?
6th man of the year.
And you said Kevin Love?
Yes.
Who the fuck is putting in names for these awards?
Kevin Love has been in Sixth Man of the Year contention basically all year.
Just because you are the sixth man on your team does not mean that you are the sixth man of the year.
Bro, so many 30-point games off the bench.
Bro.
So many fucking 15-point or 15 rebound games off the bench. He does, though he is. A lot of people have considered it to be him and Tyler Hero. Dude played 77 games. That's not normal for Kevin Love. He also averaged. Hold on.
No, I even respect that. But this is 2022, my guy. All right. I'm not gonna watch your big, thick, tubby ass running around here. I need to see Kevin Love like he used to be. I miss that Kevin Love. I miss that man. Hey, mama. There goes that man. She said, yeah, I know he's moving so slow. I caught him 5 minutes ago. He's still moving across the same sidewalk.
I think you need to go back and watch some Cavs games from this season.
He was having a good year. I know he was having a good year. And I think he went on a diet. I will say, I think he went on a diet.
He hasn't been tubby since he's been with the Cavs.
I miss tubby Kevin, though. I miss, dare I say, husky Kevin Love. When he used to be able to back that booty in. And now he's just out on the 3-point line like, mama, pass me the ball. I'm out here and I'm open.
Yeah. They called him Grandpa Love.
For sure. He did a damn good job of acclimating. I'll give him that.
They call his nickname for the players apparently is Grandpa Love. But he also
Hell yeah, that sounds just about
I think he was the number 1 player in the NBA with charges taken this year. Yeah. All right. Tyler Hero's going to win it. For me, it's Hero I love, but I know the Heat with their record, Tyler Hero's going to win
it. Okay, so here is what we are going to do. With only a game or two in every series, we are going to run down the East and
we got 2 more awards.
Fuck you. What else you got?
We got Rick. We already did defense.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year and MVP. Fuck you. It's Mobley or Barnes. I can't
give real answer. None of the above. Split it 3 ways. They were all equally great. I can't split any of them. It's 3
split it 2 ways. I will split it 2 ways.
It's 3 completely different situations. If you look at it over time, due to have been the best player on the worst team in the NBA, have won the Rookie of the Year award in the past, and that is what Cade Cunningham has put up. Evan Mobley has put up great stats on a team that did not expect those stats, and Scotty Barnes has also been that guy. You got 2 of them, so if you want to argue it like which did it better, Scotty or Mobley, I think I'm taking Scotty.
I think Mobley because
I know you're taking Mobley. So
no. It's the statistics here. Raptors still had a winning record without Scotty. The Cavs did not.
I've never been a fan of that. I want to compare when they're on the court. I get because this is not the MVP. If that's an MVP type of statistic that you can compare.
Some people like me, I view Rookie of the Year as the most valuable rookie. That's how I view it.
It's the Rookie of the Year, not the most valuable rookie. It's the Rookie of the Year. And right now, I think so as a kid who grew up going to band competitions and shit, I was in too many solo competitions where like I eventually learned that if 2 kids were playing a slow song and I heard them playing a slow song, that I was going to play the fast song if I knew they were only going to pick 2 of us. Because then they go for the 2 slow guys and they pick between the 2 of them. And then they pick between me, and then I'd be the only one doing something different. So they go for me, and then they pick between the 2 of them. That's kind of what we're looking at here. We're looking at 2 dudes that do a lot of the same stuff for their team, and one guy that does everything for their team in terms of just because he has to. And it's different. Cade doesn't shoot well in terms of statistics, but he's a rookie. But he went on, what was he averaging, like 20-some-odd points a game? Like, the dude was just on a relentless tear.
And that was after the All-Star, or after January he did that.
After January, but that's kind of what we're looking at for everybody else. That's kind of what you look at for rookies. It's really hard to really judge rookies in late October, early November. It's hard. If we start at Christmas and work our way
He
on,
averaged
that's really
17, 5, and 5.
yeah.
17,
Because
5,
if we
and
were
5.
looking at stuff for LeBron before Christmas, he'd be second team All NBA, but that ain't it.
But he also only shot 41%.
That's true. He also almost won the scoring title, but he's going to be third team All NBA if he's lucky.
Oh, no. I was talking about Cade.
Oh, I was talking about LeBron.
You know, Cade only shot 41% with 17, 5, and 5. You look at Barnes, 15, 7, and 3 on 45%, if this is loading correctly. I looked at these stats just the other day. Okay.
Safe? How was that safe? You out of your fucking mind?
Yes, Colin. They're out of their fucking mind.
I know they're big South umpires. I said something in the press box the other day, and I called an umpire a ref. And they were like, hey, it's an umpire. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. They're all Foot Locker employees to me. And the whole place cracked up. And I didn't even mean to be funny.
Right.
I was just like, look, they're all Foot Locker employees to me, guys. Like,
Yes.
look, they all look the same.
Scotty shot 49.
Okay.
And Mobley shot 50.
Damn, you guys only had 8 people play in that Hawks game.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mobley averaged 15, 8, and 2 on 50% shooting and 25 from 3.
I'm also not going to hear Kevin Love's 6 man of the year arguments when he only shoots 2 games in a season deciding game.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not going to hear it.
I was agreeing with you. I said a lot of Cleveland fans are pissed about that because it's like, yo, he's the one player on this roster with playoff experience, basically.
And he shot 2 fucking shots in the game, and he played 10 and a half minutes.
Yeah, this is just the Cleveland fans were not happy.
Yeah. I'm with you guys. I'm totally with the Cleveland guys. Like, yeah, but like, I'm not going to hear 6 man of the year arguments.
Especially when you only lose by 6. That's 2 Kevin Love threes right there. If you had just played it smart, just saying. But that starting lineup together is fucking baller.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, and I'm ready to move on from Isaac Okoro. Please and thank you. I'll package him in this year's pick for a good wing. But, all right. Go ahead. Let's do this game you're going to do and let's get out of here.
All right, let's do it. We're going to run through all the series. We're going to pick the series because they probably won't be done before next Tuesday anyways, and if they are, we're right. All right, we're going to roll through the East. We got Heat Raptors. What's your pick?
Heat in 5.
Matt says Heat in 5.
Wait. No, the Heat don't play the Raptors right now.
The Heat are playing the
Hawks.
My apologies.
So I'm going to go Heat in 4.
Okay. Colin is going to go Heat in 5. Nets at Boston.
I'm going to go Nets in 7.
Colin is going to go Boston in 6. Philly, Toronto.
Philly in 5.
Philly in 5. Colin will go Philly in 5 as well. Chicago, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee in 5.
Milwaukee in 5. Colin says Milwaukee in 6. As we move on to the West, we will go Phoenix and NOLA.
I'm gonna go Phoenix in 5 because Nola's at least been putting up a fight.
I will also go Phoenix in 5. We will go to Memphis and Minnesota.
Minnesota in 6.
I will go Memphis in 7. One series has to go 7 games. I think
Yeah.
one first round series has to do it. I'm going to take my luck on that one. Let's cut over to Wednesday. We got Thursday actually. We're going to go Golden State and Denver.
Golden State in 6.
I'm going to go Golden State in 5. Take one on the road. All right. Utah and Dallas.
Dallas in 5.
Matt says Dallas in 5. Colin says Dallas in 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That is it, folks. That is it. We have covered everything there is to cover. I have it written down. Matt has it written down. That is it. We will check back in with you possibly Tuesday, probably Wednesday, maybe during the day if Matt is free. I have a game on Tuesday night, so we might be able to check in with you before the NFL draft so we can cover a little NBA and then totally give that NFL draft coverage on Thursday the respect that it is due.
I'll check my work schedule. I'm pretty sure I'm off at like 1 on Wednesday.
Yeah, we totally work a little something out then. Well, folks, for the great Matt the Master Thomas, I am Colin Morris. This has been another episode of Real Sports. You can check out everything that this great channel has going on, from Real Talk to Saber Reels to Wrestling Reels to Really Scared to Real Geek Core. Everything they got going on. And would you do me a favor, Matt, and throw up that Fan Expo graphic and tell the wonderful folks what you got going on this week?
Well, before I throw Fan Expo up real quick, just want to say, if you haven't checked this out,
watch that trailer reaction.
Go watch that trailer reaction. That was a great time with Colin yesterday. Thor, Love and Thunder trailer reaction. Go check that out now. Really, really enjoyed that.
We really enjoyed it.
Yeah. But next weekend, April 29th to May 1st, Fan Expo Cleveland, formerly Wizard World Comic-Con. Tickets start at $37 for adults and $12 for kids. And all those beautiful faces, well, technically, will be there. That is right. Roger Bumpus, the voice of Squidward, William Shatner, Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, Mark Shepard, Michael Rooker, Sean Shamel, Christopher Sabat, Billy West, Katie Sackhoff, Ron Perlman, and a host of others are going to be at Fan Expo Cleveland. Be sure to check that out. It's a ton of fun. Nick and I will be there giving you all this coverage, and we even have a panel that I won't talk about on this show. But be sure, if you're in the area or nearby, come to Cleveland, enjoy the weekend. Go to Fan Expo, go to the Rock Hall, enjoy the city.
Check that out, folks. A plethora of content coming to this.
And then tomorrow night, before I forget, and I am really excited for this because this is a movie I've been looking forward to for months and months and months on end. My review of The Northman comes out tomorrow night.
I have heard nothing but great things about this. Is this a movie I can go see without my girlfriend?
Probably.
Yes.
I've heard there's a naked fight around a volcano. I don't think.
Yes, I need to watch that by myself.
Colin leaves that theater questioning guy and I got some things I got to work
out. No, baby. I just watched 2 naked men fight on top of a volcano. She said, hold up. Hey, where my ticket at? We're going to go see that again. Come on.
No, I was lucky enough to see that tomorrow night.
You got a review for Everything Everywhere All at Once coming?
No, they didn't do a screening for it out here. A24 is hit and miss with the screenings out here. I had one for Green Knight last year. Didn't have one for Everything Everywhere All at Once. But it is what it is. I'll take what I can get. But no, I'm excited for this. The Northman, Roger Eggers is someone I love, so I'm all in. But with that, Colin, take it away.
This has been another episode of Real Sports. You can find me at _C Morris. You can find Matt over at Watt Real N. Let's go, folks. You can find us back here next Wednesday talking the rest of the NBA first round. And then Thursday night, you can find us live right here during the first round of the NFL draft. We will have everyone, all your friends. We're going to get them all. Anyone you give a shit about talking NFL, they're going to be here having fun, having a good time. And send us your picks. Send us what you think is going to happen. Is Aiden Hutchinson going to be the number 1 pick? Will a quarterback sneak into the top 5? Will Sauce Gardner be the best nickname in NFL draft history? We don't know. We will find out. You can join us then. This has been another episode of Real Sports. We will see you next time. Peace.